All right, turn 23. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Adding 2 more depth markers? I thought the events were going in our favor. That's not... Oh, yuck. Actually, this is here. Alright, let me pause and figure out who the lucky winners are. Alright, the closest units that don't have one seem to be 1, 2, 3 is 3 away is close. 1, 2, 3 away is close. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get that. Maybe I should have started on it, but not with this. That's not enough to do anything with. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's also 4 away, but coastal beats inland. So I think it came down to this, and 8 beats 13. Puke. All right, crap, purple's firing again. Ah, yuck. All right, no artillery though. An A is not so bad for us this turn because we knocked out these guys and suppressed these guys. Boy, I remember playing before, my first couple games, I didn't think tanks were very powerful at all, but they are nice. They help you lay down some disruption markers. First of all, I forgot to remove that. All right. Oh, crap. All right, what are we doing here? Empty A, coastal. No, yeah, it is coastal. Nothing. Oh, thank God. All right, empty A does nothing. And this guy is disrupted. Okay, and that's a single red. It's got to be double. Single red. And there's no other empty reds to consider. Double red here. Double red inland is going to do the assault. So I believe he's going to assault this guy. Yep. He's got units in his field of fire, so he's going to move in there and close combat them. They're going, we're tired of you guys just sitting there not doing anything. We're going to come to you. Probably not going to go well for us. Ho! 3. Ho! A doe! And a close combat. Oh, we get all of 2 cards. I don't know if we'll even see them. They get 2 for the units, 1 for having 4 strength, and 1 for having a close combat symbol. Alright, we're fighting in blue. They miss with their first shot. We need a little heroism now. And we get nothing. They fire and they hit, removes our last card, which would have been a hit, flips this, and then they just keep going. Make sure I'm not missing any events. And they kill. Yeah, that just happened. That was just awful. And do they stay there? I think so. I don't see why they would, why they wouldn't. And I guess they do get disrupted. Although, guess what? Blue disruption is going to come off at the end of this turn. Oh, how fortunate for them. So, in the remove disruption markers, blue is going to come right off anyway. So if this were something else, they would stay disrupted, but that's going to come right off. Oh man, and the depth, these are both doubled. Okay. Boy, we sure could use a naval fire marker. All right, where was I? I was doing double A, double red. That was, these are all brown, single red. There's no other red to deal with. All right, single R, single purple, I mean, is going to do the R action. So inland with units in the field of fire is just going to resupply and fire. So they're going to fire. They get 3 shots, and they can hit these guys, these, and these guys. 4. And this is where the rule about 5 steps is considered intense. So even though they're not a circle, I think they get hit. So I think A12 is reduced for real this time and disrupted. Okay. Well, you know, I learned a few things with this play, and doing something like that, creating an intense stack because you want the firepower factors is not a good thing. And it's probably little things like that, little mistakes that cost you, like not getting these guys off the beach fast enough, and then they both got artilleried and they got flipped. You know, they could be here providing range shots, but they lost their range when they got flipped. So, all right. Any other purple idiots want to do something? Here's some purple idiots. There's coastal R. They want to redeploy and fire. Oh, man. And I'm coming up to this dreaded turn 24 where I've had to abort several games, and I feel like I'm getting to that point. 1, 2. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think so, because redeploy, I learned, is, you know, move it to the closest unit, which would be either one of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, and then fire. And guess what? These guys are in intense, so they take precedence, so they get shot. D18. That was fun. Yeah. Then that's one of their 3 shots. Then they get to shoot at these guys, but they're not circles, and these guys are not circles. So that's the only one they hit, is these guys. Ooh, boy. All right. Purple, checking purple. Checking purple. These guys are all brown. Any other purples want to redeploy? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Blues. This guy's going to lob a mortar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Poof. Just miss us. Yeah, mortar fire. No U.S. units in field of fire. Okay. Empty coastal M's will do nothing. This blue is disrupted. That's a green. These aren't blue. You're yellow. Now these guys are, this is a case where I should have done this to show that don't activate these guys twice. They already activated in the red phase. Coastal empty, arms do nothing. Oh man. Oh, yuck. All right. 2 events for them in a row to add depths. Come on, give us a naval fire marker. Lost boat teams catch up, add a step to a 1-step infantry. Okay. I don't know. It all feels rather almost futile at this point. I just don't see how I've got enough firepower factors to break through all this and all this. If we could take all of our forces and push them one way or the other, I think we could do it. But yeesh, the fact that you got to get up close first is not good. All right, U.S. engineer phase. These guys are broadcasting 5. These guys are 4. And we're still getting 6 markers. And I'm going to burn off one of these right away, so I know that I'm only getting 5. And I'm going to burn this one off, so I know that I'm only really getting 4. By the way, disruption removal, blue comes off. Red doesn't come off, brown doesn't come off. All right, I'm going to put a garrison here so that this guy can move. As lame as he is, he's something. I don't think we have much of a choice over here, so we're going to have to close combat. 1, 2 is going to step in here. Oh, okay. This guy then. It's another reason to add a step to him. As a 2-step infantry, he can control. In fact, you know what? This is the guy that's going to get the extra step. This guy's going to stay here in that spot. This guy's going to go 1, 2. So now these guys are out of communication. They can't use the beach, can't use this or this. And these guys, full strength, and then an engineer with a flamethrower are going to jump in for close combat. These guys are going to jump in for close combat. I think these guys have to stay up here. We got to keep controlling this for another turn. They're going to go here. The next turn, we should be able to put some garrisons there. So plus, they're controlling. Of course, this is now in supply because it can go this way. Although we have to wait and see what happens here. I guess the tank could just step right in and I don't have to worry about that at all anymore. Let's just do that. He couldn't get there last turn. Okay. Tank is going to, should we shoot them and disrupt them or take a pot shot with the tank? Let me think about this. I think these guys are going to shoot him. I want to get a disruption marker on him and then go in with some close combat. And I can't, even if I shoot him with a tank, it's not going to be enough. So we've got 8 to 2 doubled, so that's 4. We don't have the weapons. So unit and unrevealed, it's just disrupted again. Whoops. And then over here, I've got to do some moving. These guys are going to come up here and join these guys in this hex. The reason I've just been wasting them here because I've been holding these positions. I don't know what else to do. These 2 guys are going to retreat and 1, 2, 3. These guys, okay, yuck. Yuck. All right, they're going to retreat here, and that's going to take an action. This guy is going to go into here and take that space. That was a free action. This guy is now freed up to go here, so I've got those covered. And they're just setting up. I'm not sure what else to do. Okay. Oh, by the way, this should have come off in the disruption phase. So you know what? We've got some free actions here. take a shot, and he's gonna miss. Gonna put a garrison down here. And another tank here. Oh boy, starting to feel a little desperate. He's gonna come up here, sit there, and be in the fire zone of purple, and hopefully not get a purple next turn and be able to take some pot shots. We have 2 tanks that can take barrage pot shots at them. Don't feel great about it. What are you gonna do? All right, where do we have close combat? Ah yes, wherever we see the smoke staring at us, this guy's just gonna hold position. So let's do these guys first. Just 4 cards for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 for them, 3 for them, 4 for them. First thing we do is remove the disruption marker, and we miss. In fact, it's CC reinforce. I think I know this by now. Add a card to the pile. Okay, and they miss. And we miss. And they hit, of course. I38 is reduced, and we lose a card. Okay. And then we fire back, and we hit. Moves a card from them, but now they've got 2 cards, and they hit. And they hit. Oh, man. So that's 1, 2, 3 out of 5 for them, and 1 out of 4 for us. So we hit, we removed that, but they got 2 more hits on us, so I'm going to destroy one of the units and keep this one intact. So he has to go back from where he came, and everyone's still disrupted. Okay, let's see if this one goes any better. So down here, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a flamethrower 5, and they get 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're fighting in blue. They actually miss on the first turn. We hit on the first turn. Remove that, remove a card. Wow, removed a hit. Now they fire back, but they have another hit lined up. So I'm going to flip the engineer, and we lose a card, which would have been a hit. We fire back, we get a hit. Wow, there's a lot of blue in those cards. All right, so lose 1, win 1. We remain in the hex disrupted. Okay, killed the other units. We have a full strength here. He's disrupted. Oh, nothing but close combat is going to get rid of him. I'm going to have to go in again. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, moving into turn 24, a couple of my games have been aborted. I definitely don't think I'm going to abort. Just going to see how well I can do, how close I can get by turn 30. And try to play the land grabbing game, drop some stuff here. If I can eliminate that guy next turn, then these guys, what's left of them, can turn north and head this way. And that's all I got, though. I mean, it's not enough to take those guys out. Maybe we'll get some naval fire markers. This doesn't look like enough. Here I know that the cavalry is coming eventually, so I'm just, you know, just trying to whittle them down as much as possible so that when the other units come, these guys can do something. I mean, we just have to get F, so we have to get these. Oh, and this. Okay.